Hi guys, yes, I have book mail with me and I'm so excited because it's been a while that I received books, but today I'm going to be doing a quick Masobe Books book haul. I got 4 of these books today and I got one earlier in the week. I'm going to be sharing them with you. I'm really excited to get into them. They're all Nigerian fiction. Yes, all Nigerian fiction, all African fiction, all African literature, and anything African literature, Nigerian fiction, I'm excited for. So let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel. As always, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. At the moment, we're like 10 away from 2K subscribers. I'm super duper excited. If you haven't subscribed, do so. If you have, thank you so much for subscribing. Don't forget to like this video as well so that it is referred to other viewers on YouTube. Yes, do that now. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be sharing some of the books that I received. They're all published by Masobe Books, and I got 4 of them today from Masobe Books. One of them, which is also published by Masobe Books, I got it from Boulder's bookstores in a giveaway. I was super excited for that. Who doesn't love giveaways and free books? It's just so amazing how book mail can literally lift your spirit whenever it comes to you. So I'm going to start with, my goodness, I remember when, because this is like a Masobe Books based video. So I'm gonna give them their flowers. I remember when they burst onto the scene, literally, and I read The Mechanics of Yenegoa by Michael Afenfia and Chimeka Garrick's A Broken People's Playlist. And I think one of the major things that captured me and a lot of book readers, a lot of book lovers, book readers, is the fact that they always seem to get it right with their cover. And I'm going to show you the covers of these books. I don't know what goes into the process of determining how the covers end up, but whoever the person is on their payroll that ends up with these covers needs to be given a raise. And I love the intentionality of how neatly, I don't even know how to explain it, but their books always come out top notch. I've read The Mechanics of Yenegoa, like I said, Chimeka Garrick's A Broken People's Playlist. I Do Not Come to You by Chance. They also republished that. I love the way the cover looked and I enjoyed the book. They also published Nearly All the Men in Lagos Are Mad, which is a very popular book. You know how the cover of that book looked, but I just feel like they always seem to nail it in terms of letting the books, like the final version of the books, actually look desirable to readers. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, that's kind of what it is. And when I got these books, I was not disappointed. I love neat package, like neatly packaged, vibrant colored kind of covers that just go along with the theme of the book or the story or the title or whatever. Now let's go into some of the books that I got. The first one is What Happened to Janet Uzor by Miracle Emeka Unko. Just look at this cover. Totally love it. Totally love it. This is the one that I got from Boulder's bookstores. I'm going to put their Instagram link in the description box. It was a giveaway. This is the book that I said that when I went to the bookstore, I was like, when I looked at it, I was like, you know what, don't worry, I'm sure I'll get it somewhere. And then the next day, I literally won the giveaway. Or was it that evening? So yeah, thank you so much, Boulder's bookstores, for sending this to me. I've already started it. I'm literally about halfway through. It's young adult fiction, young adult Nigerian fiction, and it's already seeming to be great. I like the writing style. I like the fact that it's easy to understand, and so I'm just like coursing through the book. I'll definitely do a book review on this one for you guys to see what it's about. But let me just read out the synopsis so that in case you're interested, you can get it. Every year at Afobiri Secondary School, a student dies under suspicious circumstances. Ebere thinks there is a killer on the loose. A year after their best friend Janet Uzor drowns, Pamela and Ebere are trying to cope and move on in their own unique ways. Pamela buries her emotions while Ebere has been on a mission to find out what really happened to their friend, an excellent swimmer whose death seems unfair and unconscionable. When Pamela begins to receive sinister letters threatening her life, she finally has to confront her fears. With the help of Ebere on-off boyfriend Eche, good friend Daniel Kaale, she sets out to find out who is after her life. But to succeed, they must first unravel the mystery behind Janet's death before the clock runs out and Pamela finds herself at the mercy of a bloodthirsty killer. So yeah, that's it. So a bunch of secondary school girls, and yeah, like I said, young adult fiction. Looking forward to finishing it and actually finding out what happened to Janet Uzor. The next two, which I got from Masobe this morning, are TJ Benson, People Live Here. This book was just, I think it was just published like 7th of June or 8th of June. And then The Madhouse, TJ Benson. I had been looking forward to reading books by TJ Benson, but I had not just, for whatever reason, I had just not read it. And in a weird way, there are some of these books that I just feel like, you know, somebody's going to get it for me or give them to me. So, and besides, I haven't been in a bookstore, like I said, for the past 6 months. So yeah, I'm actually excited to read. Please let me know in the comments if you've read any of TJ Benson, and whether it's The Madhouse or People Live Here, which one I should start with. Something is telling me to start with The Madhouse just because I know it was published before People Live Here, but then I'm also excited to read this one. I actually do not even know anything about these books, like the synopsis, so I'm going to read it out now and actually react to it for the first time and see if it's something that I'm interested in. But I've been seeing it around and I really wanted to get into this man's writing mind to just see how he writes. So let's start with The Madhouse. This is a quote: "You want to die for beauty, you want to die for meaning, and I can give that to you." Quote end. A house brings two unique people together by the unlikeliest of chances. In their union, that of an almost priest and a prodigal daughter, two brothers whose bond transcend the laws of nature, are born. Andre and Max have a seemingly blissful life until the boy starts sharing dreams and their lives begin to unravel. Murderous thoughts, manic dreams, and their somewhat unbreakable wandering between reality and reverie would lead them down unknown paths that threaten to sever their family ties. In this exhilarating and dreamy narration set against the backdrop of a tumultuous era of military rule in Nigeria, TJ Benson weaves a spellbinding tale about the clashes between cultures, the impact of fragile political situations on everyday people, and the lengths we are willing to go to in order to save our loved ones. Are you ready to enter the madhouse? Interesting. Okay. Let's see. We'll see how that goes. And then People Live Here. TJ Benson, People Live Here. Love this cover. Absolutely love this cover, you guys. When Kanulia Leah Madueke made the decision to leave her nursing job in Maitama General Hospital in Abuja, she had a clear-eyed mission. She wanted to make money so she could give herself and her young son a better life. But from the beginning of her new job as a foreign aid worker in war-torn Yemen, it is clear that her journey is going to be about something she might not have anticipated, something deeper that would bring her back to Nigeria a changed woman. In People Live Here, you will experience the world through Leah's unforgettable, honest, and fragmented mind. It is a story about what makes a person, a study of human character, and a lesson in compassion. Leah is a young woman in a chaotic world trying to root herself to the sensibilities required for her to survive, but finding herself always drifting towards something more noble, idealistic, and possibly destructive. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to read this one. I think I'll read this book first. I'm going to see what it is about. You guys, I'll definitely let you know for sure. And I love the fact that it's just like 200 and something pages, early 200 pages. So yeah, I should definitely get into that. The next one I received from Masobe Books is Bridges Are for Burning. 3 Women, 3 Secrets, 3 Lies by Bina Idonije. I hope I pronounced that well. Love the cover. You guys, love this cover. I cannot get enough of it. On the eve of Valentine's Day, Ogogo Gigi Dempster wore her heart on her sleeve. At almost 31, she was single and ready to mingle after nearly 2 years of relegating her love life to the curb in favor of growing her fledgling social media company. Her beautiful best friend Alana was newly pregnant for the love of her life, Benjamin Halal, and her sister Efemena Fifi was married to wealthy aristocrat Lotana Dike. But on that February 13th night, Gigi wasn't looking for what her best friend and her sister had. Not love or marriage, but a temporary connection and intimacy. How could she have known that that night would dramatically alter the course of her life? Okay. Angel Patrick's Amebe, who is the author of The Days of Silence, she says it's an introspective story of modern romance. It is a story of consequences and choices, an examination of love, sisterhood, and friendships with important themes. How far is too far to go for love? Are there truly unforgivable sins between friends and lovers? What emerges from the ashes of a life burned down to the ground? Redemption, renewal, or bitter regret? Deep stuff. I'm gonna let you guys know how it goes, of course, as per the norm. The last one that I got from Masobe Books is called Swallow. Yeah, so my Yoruba is very mid, very, very mid. I mean, I grew up in Lagos, yes, but I don't think I'm going to, I can only pronounce this Aniwura, but not this first one. Written by Ayodele Olofintuade. Right, I've been seeing a lot of buzz about this book, so just seeing this one, I'm actually interested in getting into it. So I will definitely let you guys know how it goes. In the aftermath of an ill-fated union, two star-crossed lovers are forced onto separate paths. Efun Sheta Aniwura, a fearless warrior and descendant of one of the most powerful families in mid-19th century Abeokuta, leaves for Ibadan to supervise her family's holdings and birth a legacy. Efun Poronye, oh my god, Yoruba is neat, enters into a strategic arranged marriage with a man at the helm of an emerging new world. An interpreter and secretary to the missionary church, a man under whose roof a newer, bolder, and more ambitious version of herself begins to form. Their persistence and adaptability on their quest to forge a place for themselves in a vicious, unstable world opens doors to possibilities beyond their imagination and attracts a slew of enemies who would give anything to see them fall. Interesting. I love when writers like actually write trilogies based on whether it's Yoruba culture, anything Nigerian culture. I'd actually love to see one on Efik culture because I'm Efik, but this is lovely that the author wrote like a Yoruba like kind of fantasy book. It's interesting. Yeah, mythic, like all of those type of things. So yeah, I'm interested in reading this. Also love the cover as well, as you guys can see. You can see that Masobe doesn't really joke when it comes to the covers. Very intentional. Absolutely love it. Yeah, so let me know if you've read this one as well. If you've read Bridges Are for Burning, let me know in the comments as well. Thank you so much to Masobe for sending these lovely books to me. If you're looking for Nigerian fiction that has just like, well, at least Nigerian fiction that have recently come out, these are very good recommendations, I assume. But I'll definitely be updating you guys with book reviews or whatever else as time goes on. So thank you so much. I love all the covers of these books. They're so pretty. If you've read any of them, please let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.